Hey guys, it's Lonnie. Hey, man, I know. Yeah, what happened to your nose, Lonnie? Somebody hit you? No, I was actually removing an O2 sensor, a downstream. Let me tell you, that mother went from completely stuck to completely loose in such a short measurement of time. I don't think, wow. So, anyway, moving on. So, I got up the other day, about a week ago, and I'm just sitting there thumbing through my feed while I'm sipping off my coffee before I head out to work. And right away, I see Laurel County shooting on I-75. And I was going to scroll, and then I thought, wait, Laurel County? I work in Laurel County. What the? So, Joseph Couch, 32 years old. He's an ordinary looking guy. I mean, you know, it turns out that this guy was a vendor for one of my stops. And up to a couple months ago, I think he might have quit. So, you know, I must have at least worked in passing with him. I work, you know, I do something that isn't necessarily upfront, which is where most of the vendors, you know, he did baseball cards or something. I don't know. Somebody said Pokemon cards. He did some kind of card. Anyway, so, you know, when I went to like my first stop, you know, I was just going to tell these guys, hey, stay, you know, alert. I said, this guy's in this area and they haven't caught him. And they go, yeah, I know. And they started telling me a little bit more about the guy. Now, it's interesting because in a small town, word spreads fast. And, you know, you could only sit back and listen and look at what they're putting in the paper and then listen to what everybody has to say about their personal account of the guy. And just kind of see what they all have in common. You know, you could kind of tell when somebody's, you know, adding something to it if you know how to listen to people. So I learned, and this hasn't showed up in the paper yet, all right, that he had recently lost a 3-year-old child. I heard he choked to death on a piece of hard candy. Now you want to talk about something, you know, that can go, okay, well, what can make a man snap? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, man. My boy is almost 30 now, but when he was 5, we had a scare, and I thought we was going to lose him, and I was losing my hair. I was just withering. I developed a stutter. Oh my God, I had insomnia. I was afraid to go to bed. All I could do was pace. I was afraid. I was convinced that if I went to sleep and he died, it would have been my fault. That's messed up. It's still kind of, you know. But I never thought of taking anything out on anybody. I just knew if something happened to my boy, I'd just wither and die. I never thought, man, I'm going to shoot some people up. That never crossed my mind. I really felt for the guy at first. And then later on, they go, well, he went out and bought an AR-15 that same day and bought a scope, 1,000 rounds, and he sent a text to his wife or girlfriend or somebody saying, I'm going to kill a lot of people. Or at least try, and then I'm going to kill myself. Man, I felt nothing for him after that. I mean, this sounds like something that was planned for a while. So it was premeditated. But I'm just glad that he was a terrible shot. I mean, you know. So they chased him into the Daniel Boone National Park. Now, when they say several thousand, okay, it's exactly, well, they say 708,000 acres. That is a big park. Now, the guy's clearly an idiot, right? So I've been to Chained Rock, all right? And there's parts of their hiking trails, man, that's dangerous during the day when you're in full sun. I was thinking this fool might have slipped, ended up in one of them sinkholes, maybe. I mean, you're in the woods, you know what I mean? There's no street lights. I'm going to keep walking straight until I hit a road. I mean, it's some really dangerous terrain. They're having no luck, although I thought they said they had him pinpointed, but yet I never heard another thing about that. But what I did see was a lady who I talk to on a daily basis, lives across the street from this guy's house. Now, they say he was a Woodbine man, but that's where he grew up. He actually lives in Grays, which is about 20 minutes from me. Anyway, I just found out, it's the beauty of living in a small town. You hear a lot of things and you wonder, why is the news not talking about that? As if it matters. The guy's he's a maniac. I hope they catch him, and I hope they put him in general population right away. You know, I mean, you got to put a rabid dog down. I don't care how you feel about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I saw photos that they took of the ATF on the guy's porch, and they said the funny thing was when they knocked on the door, an older white man, bald, came out, and they're like, we don't know who that guy is. He's not supposed to be there. So they were like talking to the guy for a while. I don't know. His mother, Couch's mother, just got out of jail a day or so ago. She went into Couch's house, grabbed a few handguns, and loaded a backpack with food and dropped it off somewhere. And they had her in jail for a while, questioning her. I don't think they had any luck. I was hoping the guy had just kind of had one of those slip and fall oopsies and let natural selection take care of itself. But now I know that he's being fed. That woman knows where he's at, so they're going to have to sit tight and watch this woman's every move. I think they'll find him, but they're going to end up, somebody's going to be leading them to him, you know. But anyway, small world, right? Day 7. I gotta give the guy credit though. I mean, they start the search, they say at 3, and I know a lot of people say, why at 3 o'clock? That just seems so late, because they're really relying on a lot of this thermal imaging that they're trying to use when they're flying over the park in the dark. Okay. I figured, you know, if the guy had a slip and fall, I mean, and you've got no heat signature, if you see what I'm saying, they wouldn't have found him. But now I know that he's still alive somewhere in them woods, or maybe not. Maybe he had somebody waiting to get him out of there, you know? I mean, where did she drop that food off? Anyway, that's going to be interesting. Those of you from the Laurel County, London, Barberville, Grays, maybe, can you confirm anything about his 3-year-old? I'd appreciate that if somebody could add that, you know, because I mean, I don't want to get details wrong, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I'm hearing, and it's the same thing from multiple people, and it just goes to show you, man, you just can't really trust the mainstream. You know, they got some big top manhunters out there, some of the best in the country. They're going to find this guy, but I don't think it's going to be in the forest. I think he's at somebody's house hiding in the basement. Anyway, if I find out anything else, I'll shoot up another video. And until then, guys, vote Trump. We'll holler at you later.